So Amy, you won the Facebook contest to join us here at the Ralph Family Farms for dinner. And the question to enter the giveaway was, what's your favorite way to enjoy beef? And Ben and I were talking, we like ribeyes, we like fillets, flank steak is really good when you marinate them. But why don't you tell us your favorite way?
I think I answered the question by saying bacon wrapped sirloin, probably because it sounded like a winning answer. But probably we do a lot of burgers at home, and that's really, and every now and then we get creative.
Can't go wrong with a good burger.
The quick and easy, classic.
Yeah, well, I've had my druthers, I'd have ribeyes and New York strips every day.
Oh yeah.
Right.
But kids.
Yes. Yeah, we do try to be kid friendly.
Burgers are a little bit more kid friendly. So.
Yeah, because you guys have 3 little ones running around. Yeah. So everybody likes a burger.
That's true. Yeah, no one complains about that.
So before last summer, I had never been on a farm, and I grew up in Des Moines in central Iowa, and despite the fact that I was surrounded by farms, I never stepped foot on them. So that's kind of why I thought this was a really cool opportunity to travel the state and learn about farming, and you know, especially visiting the Ralph Family Farms was a treat for me. But you know, what about you guys? Did you grow up around farms? Have you ever been on a farm? I know you're from Britain, I hear. You know, what's your experience been like too?
I grew up in a village, but we didn't really have much farm opportunities.
Yeah.
I worked on a sheep farm when I was in my early 20s, and a friend of mine has a cattle farm in Iowa that I visit.
Okay.
But that's about it.
So you're a little familiar.
Yeah, a little familiar. Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah, I grew up in Cedar Rapids, and same kind of thing. Never stepped foot on a farm. I had a lot of friends who would detassel in the summer, and I didn't feel that was necessary for me. I was quite comfortable not doing that. But as an adult, I had a friend say they wanted their kids to detassel so they would have that connection of knowing where their food comes from and really, you know, what Iowa contributes to the world in such a huge way. So I think it's really cool that you've had that opportunity, and, you know, you really have that sort of farm to plate experience of how it gets there.
Yeah.
Did anything make you really uncomfortable, or?
You know, it didn't, and I think we're fortunate to live in the state we do, where farmers really care about their food that they're producing. And every single farm I visited, I was blown away by the care they take of their animals or their fields. No, but it's so cool now to go to the grocery store and visit the beef case and know, you know, I visited a beef farm, I know where those beef have been and where they started out and how they were taken care of. So it's just cool to kind of know the backstory of a lot of the foods that I'm buying now.
And does most of the, like, what you saw at the farms, do their products end up in Iowa?
Turkey, for instance, Iowa is the largest supplier of turkey to Subway in the whole nation. So turkey is a huge industry for not just the state, but the entire country. Iowa eggs, we are the nation's leading producer of eggs with over 15 billion eggs a year. We are eating more local than we think. The eggs that you're buying at Casey's or Hy-Vee, those are, in a lot of cases, Iowa eggs, and you know that can be said for other commodities too.
Right. You think about corn and soybeans, but not necessarily turkey and eggs, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, we're so glad you guys could join us. And
thank you. Yes. Thank you so much.
To the winner.
To the winners.
This is what it's all about. Good food, good friends, good conversation, and it all starts with the farmers, putting that food on the table and sharing their stories.